If someone has ever called you weird, antisocial, or just a little off, don't take it personally, because there's a very real chance they were just too average to understand you. People with extremely high IQs don't act like everyone else. They don't think like everyone else. And honestly, they don't want to. But the habits that make them look strange on the outside are actually their brain doing something most people's brains simply can't. So today, we're getting into the habits of people with extremely high IQs. Trust me, some of these are going to feel very familiar. The first habit? They vanish. Not literally, though honestly, some of them try. High IQ people have a strong pull towards solitude, not because they hate people, but because people genuinely drain them. Most people recharge by hanging out. For someone with a high IQ, a group dinner costs them energy they'd rather spend somewhere else. Somewhere quiet, somewhere alone. So if you know someone who ghost plans regularly, shows up once, and then disappears for a week, they're not being rude. They're not ignoring you. Their brain just needed a break from all of you. And honestly, it's nothing personal. The second habit? They talk to themselves. Out loud. Full conversations. Debating ideas, arguing both sides, narrating their own thoughts like they're the main character in a documentary. Which, in their head, they kind of are. And here's the thing. It actually works. Talking through a problem out loud helps the brain sort through complex thinking, stay focused, and reach conclusions faster. It's not a sign of losing it, it's the brain using itself as a sounding board. Basically, they don't need someone else to think with. They bring their own company, which is either very impressive or very concerning, depending on what they're saying to themselves. Third habit? They're awake when you're asleep. It's 2 a.m. Normal people? Out cold. High IQ people? Just getting started. There's a consistent link between higher intelligence and being a night owl. And the reason makes complete sense. Late at night, the world finally shuts up. No notifications, no small talk, no one asking you to do things. Just pure, uninterrupted thinking time. Research has backed this up repeatedly. Night owls consistently outperform early risers on cognitive tests. Darwin was a night owl. Proust wrote entire novels after midnight. So next time someone tells you to go to sleep earlier, just tell them you're optimizing for genius. See how that goes. Fourth habit, and this one is almost too ironic. They forget everything simple. People with extremely high IQs regularly forget where they put their keys, they'll blank on someone's name 30 seconds after being introduced, they'll walk into a room and have absolutely no idea why they went in there. But ask them to explain a complex idea they came up with 3 years ago. Every single detail, perfectly intact. The reason is actually pretty simple. A highly intelligent brain is always sorting through information, quietly deciding what's worth keeping and what gets thrown away. The keys didn't make the list. That small detail from earlier didn't rank high enough in their brain. It's not forgetfulness, it's the brain being ruthlessly selective. The fifth habit? And this one I can personally relate to. Small talk is painful for them. Ask a high IQ person how their weekend was and watch their soul quietly leave their body. It's not about being arrogant. Their brain just craves depth. They want to talk about ideas, patterns, why things work the way they do. How's the weather is basically torture. This is why high IQ people tend to have very small social circles. Not because they can't make friends, but because finding someone who actually matches them in conversation is genuinely rare. They'd rather have 2 real conversations a week than 20 hollow ones. And the last habit. They laugh at their own jokes when nobody else does. A high IQ person will say something, get 0 reaction from the room, and still be quietly laughing about it 5 minutes later. Why? Because the joke was good. The audience just couldn't keep up. Getting dry humor and sarcasm requires the brain to process several things at once. The literal meaning, the tone, the context, what's actually being said underneath the words. It's a lot going on at the same time. So when a high IQ person cracks a joke that goes completely over everyone's heads, they're not being weird, They're just playing a different level of the game. And yes, the funniest person in the room is often the one laughing alone. So there you have it. 6 habits that most people misread as flaws but are actually a high IQ brain doing exactly what it's built to do. If any of these felt a little too familiar, now you know. Drop in the comments which one felt the most relatable. And if you're new here, this is what we do on this channel. We get into the psychology behind the way people actually think and behave. If that's something you want more of, subscribe to the channel and like the video.